This is another non-racist response. um, once more, if anybody's very interested in getting this discourse and wanting to see the whole thing, if you want to, you can PM me and I'll ask you a couple questions to qualify you, to make sure that you're grown up enough for it, and maybe I'll link you. But I just wanted to put out there, I'm not sure you're gonna be able to find particularly the response that you're looking for. Now, when you were asking about generalities, what's interesting is that one of the biggest things that both you and I'm speaking to the person that this is a video response to, have in common is our aversion to what happens when a state is formed. And I got that you were asking specifically about the genetics and specifically about the generalization. And, my non-racist response is just, eugenics is not an interest of mine. And it's just me. It's just, I don't reserve that particular preference. And it does end up coming down to my experiences with people. Have I had negative interaction with black people? Yes. Have I had negative interaction with all sorts of non-whites? Most definitely. Have I had negative interaction with whites? Oh yeah, bet your ass. And it's not something, me personally, to the point where I am willing to generalize so heavily. I mean, it's just in my personal, subjective preference, much like yours. Further, I don't believe in state intervention to force multiculturalism. Do I personally believe that it would be right for a person to withhold goods or services against a person solely based on race or outward appearance? I would not do that myself. Let me put it to you that way. And let me just say that it's why, and I just so everybody that's watching this knows, I'm off topic for what the initiator of this discourse is looking for. But I will tell you that what you are up against with this particular concern is how the withholding of those services and businesses, what you're up against is how that was at one time used as a weapon. And what would happen is, much like you, the orator would be talking about individual rights and everything else, but in reality, what they were trying to accomplish, in my opinion, was invalid. And what they were, when they were talking about freedom, it was disingenuous, and it was only to support their particular white national agenda. Because people in a social environment and people in a general environment are going to do what's best for them. And, what it comes down to is that, a white person that generalizes with white people, they're going to try to support the group that's doing what's best for them. What you said about white guilt, I very much agree, where you do see people going out of their way. There's a new movie that's out recently called The Watch, and the main guy, the Ben Stiller character, he goes out of his way to do these sort of interactions with people of a different race than him. And it's really amusing to me that a writer would recognize the ridiculousness of that pursuit. Now, as far as you said, I hadn't read the Bell Curve book. That's very much correct. And it's if it were on my reading list, it wouldn't be really high with where I'm at. I'm very much interested in libertarianism and economics and everything else, and I'm just not really concerned with such things, because again, just in my individual preference, I somehow do not possess that preference. I will I'm going to do you the service of being honest in that, again, I do possess individual prejudices. I feel them, and I can't tell you for sure that I would react the exact same way approaching one race versus another. I'm not going to lie or be disingenuous about that. But I do not like that about myself, and again, I work very hard to not exercise that, because I believe in the rights and the value of the individual, and my goal and what I believe, and the point of my pursuit of individual liberty is individual liberty, and just it doesn't have much to do with generalizations. And I apologize for being on a tangent, but I have appreciated the interaction, and it is good to learn more about you and everything else. And I appreciate your time. Thank you.